Hey everybody, we are back again with another Sonic game, Sonic Colors. The one of the okayest Sonic games ever.
It'd be funnier if it was in the ultraviolet spec, or range, so you couldn't actually see any of it.
What, a 360 game? And we are playing the Wii version, of course, with the GameCube controller. This is unfortunately the start of the meta era.
The what era?
People call it the meta era, the 2010s, basically.
Why do they call it the meta era?
Because they were very meta about stuff. Well, not all the time, but like, there's definitely, who names their band Cash Cash? I mean, it's clear what they want to make, but Wonder if Cash Cash is one of those anti-capitalist bands. I think that's the name of the band who made this song. But anyway, I mean, at the time, it was like, for some people, it was kind of a breath of fresh air in some ways, but like then we quickly realized, actually, nah. Yeah, by the end of the 2010s, everyone pretty much realized that the real dark age of Sonic was during the 2010s. Probably more so from like 2013 to 2020, before the movie. I have played through the remaster, or Sonic Colors Ultimate, and yes, it is not very good, but
What was so wrong with it?
A lot of graphical glitches, a lot of issues. If you look it up, there's some. The unpatched version definitely has some problems.
Graphical glitches.
There's some graphical glitches. Do.
Wait, is there even a story to this game?
There is. It's just, they decided to have it written by people who. Well, I don't remember in this game. I don't think in this game it was completely by them, but like they decided to have some of the writers from who
wrote Sonic in the Secret Rings.
No, what am I trying to say here? The writers, one of the writers that ended up becoming one of like the main writers or whatever was
and he sucks.
Yeah, worked on like Happy Tree Friends or something. I'm like, no wonder he couldn't write a good story.
He fall into a fork and blood's gonna spray everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's like no wonder he couldn't write a good story. He only knew how to make animals die. No, I don't know what else he worked on, but like,
it's the only Sonic game with strangely detailed death animations.
Yeah. Amazing. It does run at 30 frames, as you can see. But now
it's procedurally generated.
Yeah, did you see the world's being procedurally generated?
Wasn't that just because of low render distance? Isn't that why they did that?
I think so, or something like the way the PS3 was doing it. I think that's what it was.
I thought they were playing a PS2 game.
They were playing on one of the fat PS3s.
Oh, the old one that could do the original.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that may have been the reason it had some graphical issues.
Some graphical glitches. Glitch.
I remember for like a little bit.
Bitches. Glitch.
I remember for like a little bit, the SpongeBob movie game was available digitally on PS3.
What the heck?
But then it got delisted, and I was wondering what the reason was, and apparently the reason was because it was very broken. Had a lot of graphical problems and other stuff.
Graphical glitches.
Now, to be fair about the remaster, about Ultimate for Sonic Colors,
yep,
they at least made it. What do you call it? They put it in 60 FPS.
Oh man, that way I can see the trash like even clearer.
Yes, but no, but like now for the PS4 and Xbox One versions, not the Switch version. But yeah, look up the issues of the of this game, like Ultimate, the Ultimate Edition. Maybe you gotta turn around for this.
Nah.
But you gotta react to the stuff. So, okay, so I remember one time, like when I first played through this game. Well, first of all, I was in a time whenever I was like, thought I was ultra sick and I was starting to get over it, and I thought, this was a relief and all that. So I liked it at first. Then I played through it again on a Let's Play on this channel back when it was like DVS Plays or DVS
How
Plays.
long ago was this?
Well, terms of Let's Play, the Let's Play was like, I don't know, probably a little less than a decade ago.
I was gonna say, you said thought you were sick. That's why I was curious.
Oh, when I thought I was dying sick or whatever, that was in 2010 when this game came out.
Oh.
I got it for Christmas and I enjoyed it. But but back when I played this, back when I had a Wii U, play on the Wii U, but like I was playing through it and I hated it because it was getting on my nerves. Well, then I finally decided, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna play through it the way I want to play through it. My preferred way to do it, which I'm doing now. I'm gonna see how I feel about it, and I've just pretty much determined that this game is just okay. And I feel the same way about the remaster.
I don't believe you.
This is the first Eggman. People pretty much complain that Roger Craig Smith's voice just sounds like he's is a middle-aged man trying to sound like a teenager.
Yeah.
And he's the one who's been with who's been the voice of Sonic the longest in the game so far. Now he's a pretty good voice actor. It's just the voice he's doing for Sonic is not the greatest. And then here's where we randomly have pre-render graphics. It's doing a Final Fantasy X on us, and
that's that one scene in Final Fantasy X is so irritating because of how much it swaps. It's just so back and forth between pre-rendered and in-engine.
I think when they started doing this era, it just felt like they were making it just for kids, or the story at least just for kids. It's like, yeah, all the Sonic games have been for kids, but it's also been for everyone. So someone pointed out that like it feels more like they were just trying to please the critics rather than trying to please the fans with these games. I think they finally realized what their issues were with games in the past. No.
Was this the first with these two guys with Orbot and?
Yes. Now technically Orbot, there was like I guess you say prototype Orbot in Sonic Unleashed because he looked a little different, but you could tell.
So like Orbot and I don't know, Butt Scratcher.
Cubot. Now this wasn't the first time Roger Craig Smith voiced Sonic. It was actually Sonic Free Riders. Now, I understand whenever they'd have this as like a Cream. Cream's not in this version. She's only in the DS version. Yeah, they had
a DS version.
There's a DS version of this game that's basically Sonic Rush 3, and like, what are we gonna call ourselves? Bill?
Butt scratcher.
All
Not
right.
really.
We can call it BS, butt scratcher.
How about just BUTT, just butt?
All right. Wait. I'll be cleaner about it. I'll say Butte or whatever. That's our name. And our avatar is going to be R-Bot and Q-Bot. Or Butt and Q-Butt.
The Berenstein Bears are being hunted by the Predator.
Now, the only problem with using the GameCube controllers is, for some reason, this is one of those, you gotta use they made it to where you have to use the joystick to select things, and even when you're in a side-scrolling level, you know. So this was still early on in the boost formula days, so it still wasn't the greatestest. Wait. Apparently, Eggman makes some references to, like, there's a reference to, like, Crazy Taxi at one point. He says, like, I think he says a number of the plate or something like that, and it was, or a yellow car or something, and in the background, like, as he's talking. So what was that story you were telling me earlier about, oh yeah, this also introduced Sonic to double jumping.
Neat.
But what was that story you were telling me earlier about the cracked out guy at Taco Bell or something?
Dude was just straight up, like, tweaking. I don't know if he had crack or what. I mean, he was on something that gives you energy and makes you do laps through the different doors at Taco Bell at, like 10 o'clock at night.
I still remember whenever me and Bradley were getting our real IDs a little while back, and someone was like, this this guy came in and like he was talking like this, like he was hardcore, like just really I can't do it without destroying my throat, but like
I was.
he was like, Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy. Like that.
It's just hardcore, yeah.
Lord have mercy.
He's been smoking since he was like 5 or something, so
talking like this, it sounds
I don't like this, but it's hard to imitate him. But like,
there was a guy at the flea market. I didn't stop at his booth. There's another one of those really shady. Have you seen those like shady? Hey, just plug this HDMI into your TV, cut the streaming, cut the cable kind of services. It really just feels like some kind of weird shortcut to Pluto TV.
Yeah.
And like, see, this guy was talking and trying to explain to this one woman. He's like, when it sounds just like this, all you gotta do is cut the cable. And then I mean, he sounded just like that.
He sounded like it.
Yeah, sounded like this, really understand what he's saying.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, Lord of mercy.
Do 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 do. I was gonna try to use my thing at the last minute there. I pressed the wrong button though. Yes, you do kind of get things.
What the heck?
If you, yeah. Well, if you get an A rank, you get an extra life. Now, in the newer version, they cut out the lives. Now, see, one of the problems people have with this game, which I too have a problem with.
I have a problem with its mere existence.
Yes. I have a problem with the fact that, like, these should have been just the 3 levels, and these right here should have just been the bonus levels. Because that's all these are, bonus levels, but they're considered Act 4, 5, and 6. You'll see.
It's a short game.
Not as short as Generations, but still kind of short.
Sonic X Generations.
Yes. Now, I will admit that I do think that Sonic Unleashed is a bit of a long game for what it is. Yes. And you can't spin dash.
I like
Ooh.
Shadow Generations. So they did
I
a
like
really
it.
good job with it.
They did. I mean, they really did a good job.
I
with
like
it.
Shadow Generations.
I like playing Shadow Generations. Now, see how short that level was?
Yeah.
Just that should have been like just a separate mission, not an act. They made this one sillier.
Feeling.
Oh, he was ahead of his time. He was.
Oh dear lord. When did this originally come out? 2013?
2010.
Okay.
Now, yeah, Sonic, like I said.
2013? Okay.
No, 2013 was Sonic Lost World. Sonic, I don't need to hear about your personal life. Come on now. See, the problem is he can do a good Sonic voice.
Uh-huh.
There's one in. There's what am I trying to say here? Sonic in Sonic Free Riders, if you use Supersonic, he very much pulls off like close to like what Jason Griffith did, which is the previous Sonic voice, and he did a really good job at it. Liar. Ah. Wake up.
What? I was replying, but I was also thinking about something.
There we go.
I haven't been sleeping in as much as I want on Saturdays because freaking Waka comes in at 6:45 meowing for a treat.
The cat. Right. Okay, cat.
Color bonus.
Colors. This
Give
game.
it the Unreal Engine like Kingdom Hearts 3 and freaking just colors everywhere, and then kind of make the game's writing disappointing. And the tweaks to the battle system disappointing.
So you looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 4?
It better be good.
What about how they made Sora like older now, I guess, and then
Which is good. I just every time I try to go back to Kingdom Hearts 3, I get to the humor that they try in the first level and I can't. And I'm so sad because I've beaten Kingdom Hearts 2 untold amount of times.
I got the red star.
I hope that Aqua's in the game. I like Aqua.
Aqua, she's hot. What?
I mean, okay. I don't really think that now. I'd have been a bigger fan in high school, but the game wasn't out. This game is freaking ADHD right here.
Off and on ADHD, but
So wait, how do you just get to make that an A? It's by jumping at the end.
Oh no, well the score was still going. I'm just jumping on it, but you can also get rings from these things. But let's see. Act 6. Yeah, there's 6 acts and a boss.
And how many levels? Wait, 6 acts and the game's over?
No. This is 6 acts per world.
Okay, how many worlds?
5 or 6.
15 worlds. Rocket launcher.
Rocket launcher.
I'll have to leave here in about a half hour.
Liar. Okay, I guess I'm not going then. Right. By the way, I'm not really going to care about getting all the... I think the way you have to unlock Supersonic in this game... The way you have to unlock Sonic in this game... No, the way you have to unlock Supersonic is by getting all the red star rings. I think that's how it was. And beating all... And by doing that, you unlock more of this, like, thing that's also a multiplayer thing in this game. And then you unlock Supersonic, apparently, that way.
Old school Sonic quote-unquote fans, whenever you're playing a newer game and have to stop and wait for .00002 seconds, Oh, I just want to move and keep the action going.
Yeah, basically.
Or this bad game or something, you know.
Yeah. If it's a Mario game, it's like, well, they were smart about it. See, Mario gives you the chance to breathe.
It's time to breathe. And
yeah.
Wasn't this part of a boss in Sonic Generations?
Well, he has that thing there. I'm gonna go over yonder. He's talking like a cowboy, then he talks like a pirate, and then... That's funny is that they... It's funny that, like, in this game, they get his voice at the very end, but then his voice is different in the games afterwards. So it's not his normal voice. Oh yeah, it's also one of those, like, they explain the joke.
So the Wii had 64 megabytes of RAM. But the Wii U had 2 gigs.
So the Wii, wait, what'd you say?
The Wii had 64 megabytes of RAM. The Wii U had 2 gigs. Like, why didn't the Wii have more at the time? That's that's not much RAM. It's freaking gay.
It didn't really matter to them because it made a lot of money.
We did make a lot of money. I made a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and look at how ultra hard the bosses are in this game. I mean, these are the most difficult things in existence.
It'd be funny if you just kill in one hit.
Yeah. Just about.
No, you kill it one hit, and the amount of time it takes you to explain how bad it is, you've gotten to another boss and killed it.
Yeah. Let's see, look. 2 hits. It's dead.
It's so hard.
Like, this is baby game, but not a good baby game.
This game's a baby game for babies. Highlight! Like Pro Jared.
Oh yeah.
Highlight! You know, Batman?
Batman? Oh yeah, so we were gonna play Crash Wrath of Cortex, but I'll explain here in a bit.
What's he translating?
The alien, the wisp.
The alien.
Yes. And this silly little device doesn't translate very well at first.
Silly little device. Silly.
It's not funny.
Whispers.
Whispers. You mean like that map behind you?
You are here.
Wow, how'd they know?
Didn't the yellow one have a different voice in Sonic Boom?
Yeah, like I was saying, this was his first appearance, and they keep trying to get his voice, but his voice at the very end when they say it's his, he got his voice back, is not the same voice that's after this game.
I don't know.
But anyway, so we were gonna play Crash 4, or well, original Crash 4, not the 2021. But the three, because I have it digitally on 360, and that would be the only working copy I have. But instead, the 360 did what the 360 did after a while does, and just decided to crap out and be like, oh, you're not connected online, so you can't play it. Even though it's not an online game, I've been able to play it offline before. But no, yeah, I can't play it right now because it sucks. So that's why we're playing this before that. So I thought, Now, if you're wondering if I'm going to play... Now, obviously, sometime after this game, whenever I get to the next Sonic game, it's going to be Sonic Generations. Sonic Titerations. It's gonna be Sonic Generations, and I'm gonna play the original version on the... Which, thankfully, the Xbox 360 version is still available. Well, I have it digitally, and it's backwards compatible with the Xbox One and Series X. So, yeah, that's what I have.